Alright, so we are continuing our lesson on about arithmetic and geometric sequences. Today is the second day. So today we're going to read the instructions, which says, determine whether each given sequence is arithmetic, geometric, or neither. For arithmetic and geometric sequences, write the next three terms of the sequence. Okay, so in order to determine whether a sequence is arithmetic or geometric, we need to remember what arithmetic and geometric mean. So let me remind you what arithmetic means. It means that in the sequence you are adding or subtracting the common difference. Okay, and then to remind you about geometric, for geometric you are not adding or subtracting, you are multiplying. And you are multiplying by the common ratio. Okay? Common ratio is represented by R, common difference is represented by D. And we are going to determine whether number 1 and 2 are arithmetic or geometric. So let's try for number 1 first. Let's see, is it arithmetic or is it geometric? So the way you can tell is, well, if you don't know at all, then you can do some calculations, okay? Let's test to see if it is arithmetic. So if it's an arithmetic sequence, then when I choose any two numbers, so I could choose these two pairs, then you're going to be able to see the same difference. So let's see for the first two numbers. For the first pair, we have 5 and negative 20. So you're going to take your second number minus your first number, so negative 20 minus 5. This gives us negative 25. All right. If this is indeed arithmetic, we should get negative 25 for our other pair of numbers as well. So let me try. We have the second number, which is negative 320. Subtract the first number, which is 80. And you get that the common difference here is negative 400. Oops. Okay, I don't know about you, but negative 25 is not the same as negative 400. So if we said our common difference is going to be, come on, let me write. My pen's malfunctioning, sorry. There we go. If our common difference is negative 25 but also negative 400, that doesn't make any sense. The common difference needs to stay the same. So this is not arithmetic. Okay, so if you couldn't already tell that we are not adding or subtracting the same number every time, this is how you can tell. Take a look at that common difference. It's not the same every time. Let's test to see if this is geometric. Geometric means when you take those same pairs and you divide them, you should get the same common ratio every single time. So let's take a look at calculating for the first set of numbers, okay? Just going to draw a line so it's a little neater. Our first set of numbers is 5 and negative 20. Take the first number. Come on, not again. Divide it by the first number. So second number divided by first number. Negative 20 divided by 5. And we get negative 4. Use a calculator if you don't know. All right. That seems okay so far. Let's test out the second pair. The second pair is 80 comma negative 320, or 80 and negative 320. Take the second number, divide it by the first number, and use a calculator if you don't know, and you get negative 4. Okay, so if R is equal to negative 4, and then we calculate it again, and it's still equal to negative 4, then that means we have used the same common ratio every single time. That means this is geometric. Now, if you were already able to tell that, that's great. I'm just showing the all the steps that people can use if they can't already tell it's geometric. Some of you can tell just by looking at it. Oh, that's geometric. That's great. Then you can just show us that calculation. You don't have to show the arithmetic calculation. But if you don't know, try the arithmetic, try the geometric. If you get the same common ratio or the same common difference, then you'll know what your answer is. Okay, so now that we found out that this is a geometric sequence, we need to write the next 3 terms of the sequence. So in order to write the next 3 terms, we know that we are multiplying, because this is geometric, by -4. So negative 320 was our last term. We need to multiply by -4. And then you can use a calculator if you don't know. So negative 320 times -4, that gives us 1,280. Then you need to multiply by -4 again. You'll get negative 5,120. And then you need to multiply by, you guessed it, -4 again, and you'll get positive 20,480. I should not have put that comma there because then it just looks like 2 numbers. So 20,480. Okay, so every single time we were multiplying by -4, multiplying by -4. How did we know it was -4? Because that is the common ratio that we got, okay? We got that common ratio over here. All right, so I'm gonna pause the video here and give you guys some time to try out number 2 on your own. Yes, it looks scarier because there's decimals, but here, let me show you where the numbers break up. Okay, the numbers is 9.8, 5.6, 1.4, -2.8, and so on. Because I know there's a lot of dots and commas, so I just wanted to show you where one number starts, one number ends. All right, pause the video, try it on your own. We'll come back. Alrighty, we're unpaused now. Let's take a look to see if this is arithmetic or geometric. Once again, let's test to see if it is arithmetic first, because we're just going to pretend we don't know what it's supposed to be. Maybe you can't tell. So I'm going to just show you first with arithmetic. So you choose those first 2 numbers, that pair, and then choose another pair of numbers. When you choose your pairs, make sure they are consecutive. I could have also chosen 5.6 and 1.4 if I wanted to, but I'm just not going to. You could have though, it's okay. All right. So with those first 2 numbers, let's do our calculation for the common difference. Take the second number, which is 5.6. Okay, my pen's glitching on me a lot today, but we're just going to have to deal with it. Minus 9.8, the first number. And then if you don't know, use a calculator. It's totally fine. You calculate that, and you get -4.2. So we're saying this could be our common difference if it is arithmetic. Let's take a look for the other one as well. We have 1.4 and -2.8. So take the second number, subtract the first number, calculate that, use a calculator if you don't know, and you get -4.2. Okay, so we're saying the common difference is -4.2 in both cases, and since our common differences match up, we know this is automatically arithmetic. And because we know it's arithmetic, you don't even need to try to see if it's geometric. It can only be one of those. Okay. So now that we know it's arithmetic, we need to add or subtract that common difference every single time. So it says -4.2, so we are subtracting 4.2 every single time. Let's continue this. We have -2.8 minus 4.2. And how do we get that 4.2? It's our common difference, okay? So let's try that out. -2.8 minus 4.2. And you should get -7. And then to find the next term, you do the same thing, minus 4.2. And you get -11.2. To get the next term, you do the same thing. You do minus 4.2. And then that will bring you to negative 15.4. So hopefully you guys got this correct. If not, it's totally okay. We are still learning, so it's just a process. And sometimes you might come across a sequence that is neither. Okay, so let me show you how you might answer one that's neither. So let's see. You might have a neither situation. For neither situation, you don't need to find the next three terms. So if you get a neither situation, you're going to have, like, when you calculate your common differences, it might say common difference is 1, and then it'll say common difference is 3. You're like, okay, they don't match up. It's not arithmetic. You try your geometric calculations. You get ratio is 1/2, and then your next ratio is 3/4, and you're like, okay, those don't match up, so it's not geometric. So what you can write is neither. You literally just write neither, and it's totally fine. And then that's it. You don't need to calculate the next three terms if it's neither, all right? So this is the neither situation. I didn't show you the numbers for it. I just kind of showed you how to write your answer. But if you have any more questions when you get to it, feel free to ask me. Please ask me, and let me know if you have any questions, okay?